Culture. Culture refers as a set of beliefs, skills, literature, philosophy, religion, music. Culture has been learned. If you see the characteristic of culture, culture can be learned, culture can be shared, culture is diverse, culture is adaptive, culture is a kind of a pattern, culture is so cumulative. The cultural elements are inherited from the one generation to the another generation. The cultural elements are passed through the agents like a family, schools, and other association and other things. So we nurses need to learn about the culture because we are giving a culturally diversified care. So there are stages of the cultural acceptance. For example, if I go to the village when after immediately after marriage, so when I go, I'm a very open person. When I see the television, I was like laughing and joking and smiling. Immediately, my mother-in-law came and told me, in this village, the woman is not supposed to laugh louder. You should not talk to anyone. It was like a stage. I was like a shocked. The second stage is a frustration. Why the woman should not be laugh? I'm educated. Why like that? Then slowly, okay, if I go to the village, people will talk. I started to adopt and accept the culture. So that's why there are some stages for like that. They are telling that the honeymoon stage, frustration stage. Frustration, it is the middle stage, whether you can accept or not, why you are arguing, and adaptation and acceptance. So, so this is how each culture we are learning. This culture is dynamic. Culture will be changing. Culture will be moving. Culture will be changing. How it is changing? Because of globalization, new technologies coming. People are moving from one to migrations. So the culture may be changing. So when the cultural is changing, there will be a gap. This is called cultural lag. There is a big gap between the material culture and non-material culture. When the cultural ideas does not keep with the pace with the social change. For example, I have a very hi-fi mobile phone with me. Maybe my grandmother is like a non-material. They may not accept it. Cell phone, many things are coming. So this is a two kind of a people are there with a material people and with a non. There is a big gap between these one. So this is called the cultural lag. The main causes of cultural lag is the technical changes, globalizations, and then inventions. So, like same stage of the culture, there is a stage of a cultural lag also. First stage is the invention, accumulation, diffusion, and then adjustment. When they invented the train, nobody was enter into that. Then some monkeys and very few people were going into that. Then started to accumulation. Then will be the diffusion. It will be spread everywhere with that culture. Then everybody adjusted to the culture. Now everyone using the railway. So when the first train is going, nobody was traveling when they have invented. So the invention is the main cause for this cultural. Like slowly, these stages cultural acceptance will be coming. As a nurses, you have to understand about the trans culture. What is called the trans culture? It is a combination of the one or the more culture is called the trans culture, cultural combination. It is like a process of merging or converging the culture as people are transition from the one culture to the another culture. So the transcultural society have a different culture, different religion, different languages. For example, people are moving from here to Australia or Australia from New Zealand to Australia. Some people from Ireland to Australia. So if you see the different culture of the people are working in one place or the gathering in one place, there is a trans culture. So what is the feature of this culture? What is the philosophy of this trans culture? Seeing oneself in others. Though you are diverse, India is a diverse country, like many differently, but we feel one feeling. They started to accept with each other. They started to admire the other people's culture. So sometimes if they do not, so what will happen? There will be a problem will be coming in the trans culture. So what is the features of this trans culture? This cultural diversity, then cultural congregant, and then cultural freedom is there, multicultural, and then will be the culturally diverse. As I told you, diversity will be there. So the trans culture acceptance will be there. One people will be accepted the other people culture. That's why we are telling seeing oneself in the others. So there will be the involving, encompassing, combining. They will have form like which is the best in everything. Maybe people are meeting from India. Maybe they are good in dance. They will put the Indian dance, and the people will foreign there wanted to wear our Indian sari. They will take good in our culture. They started to imitate, so problem will be solved. Sometimes problem may arise. What will happen? Problem of adaptation. Problem will be coming due to conflict. Food pattern will be changing. Health we cannot be accepting. Health practices. Confusion may come in dress. Confusion may be selected food, underestimating the one culture people to the another, or overestimating the one cultural people to the another one. So what are all the strategies to overcome? Problem has to be solved. So you should be very openness, accept the other people as you like, accommodate them, open and learn the new culture, and produce the diverse provide the diverse training to them, and you educate them, embrace the diversity, promote the cultural awareness, avoid stereotype, be flexible, build the trust relationship, respect with each other, conduct in-depth research why the people culture is like that, why we have to accept it like that. You can do the research. So, this is what the culture, we have seen what is the culture, dives, all these things. So, the main point is what is the impact of culture and health. The people have some culture, either their behavior. Culture is the way they behave, isn't it? So, the positive behavior and the negative behavior. Positive behavior, if you see, it will have a good impact, positive impact. For example, some religion people will be practicing some like a hunger practice, or they will not eat for some time due to the worship of God. It may be clear their GI tract rather than everyday eating. In some culture, eat the neem leaves. Maybe it will kill the intestinal parasite. And Hindu religion will be isolate the chickenpox child. It's a good prevention of spreading the chickenpox from the other children. It's a positive culture. Some culture wearing the washing their feet and hands before entering to their house. It's very good. Corona time we did same, or it prevent the infection spread. Some culture people will be using the tulasi extract have be given to the throat infection. Yes, it's very good. It's like no side effects are there, naturally available for leaves. This is all good. Then what is the cultural practice bring the negative impact? Some people will be throwing the colostrum. First 3 days breast milk will be not given to the newborn. This will bring the PEM, kwashiorkor marasmus, and death of the neonate. Our India neonatal death is very high. So some culture they have avoid consuming the garlic and onion because of they worship some kind of a lord. So their immune power may be reducing. Lactating mother, some culture not given any other food other than some kind of a this one they vegetables. Completely avoid the non-vegetable. So baby will be it will be very difficult to maintain the nourishment of the mother as well as the baby. The jaundice affected people were hurted by the burn injury. It's really will cause the infection that is not going to heal them. Then mentally ill patients are not treated in a hospital. They put in some asylum, something, maybe they think that mentally ill cursed by the Lord, something, and giving the donkey's milk for the newborn babies. So that will cause the infections. Sometimes some culture people they treat everything, even a dog bite treated by the traditional healer, the child will die. Many things you can tell. So like this kind of a cultural impact is there for the health. As a nurse, you should have to overcome. You get a government duty, you are going in one tribal area, you are seeing some of the practices. How are you going to give the care? That's what we are learning, culture and health. So as we have already discussed, Leninger was discussing about the culturally diversified care in her theory. So, whenever you go some places, you may see the folk nursing. So, there will be a professional nursing you have learned. As a nursing care given by you, you are the change agent. So, you have to take good thing in the folk nursing and the put the scientific knowledge into the folk nursing, and you have to give the nurse take a nursing care decision. That's what I told you. Some people will be using a tulasi extract or something, some of the things they are using. You tell them, okay, it's good you are using, but you wash the tulasi and you boil the tulasi, you extract, instead of sugar you use some jaggery. Some of the things you can additionally add and this one. So your nursing care will be culturally diversified care. How the care will be: culture care preservation or culture care maintenance, culture care accommodation or culture care negotiation, culture care repatterning or the restructuring the culture. So culturally concurrent nursing care can begin. That's what the Leninger was telling in her theory. So you should understand what is the transculture, what is called the cultural lag, and what is the problems affecting. When the 5 mark question is coming, what is the problem of impact of culture? So you have to write the definition of culture, characteristic of culture, and the positive impact and negative impact. Thank you.